Hi, welcome to Camille's Holistic Show. I'm Dr. Cam, and today we're going to talk about coping with arthritis and simple resources and solutions that can actually help you if you suffer from arthritis. And when I talk about arthritis, I really mean all the types of joint pains related to even autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. And millions of Americans suffer with some sort of pain or arthritic pain related to a condition uh, around this. And most importantly, some think or know of someone else that's suffering with it too. And many times you may feel like you are the only one in the world that's going through this type of problem, but a lot of people around the world are suffering from some kind of arthritic pain. And arthritis can be a very hard problem to understand. And many patients who suffer with arthritis will feel like they're alone, confused. However, with some help, you can really meet the needs, like myself, a lot of practitioners to deal with a lot of the pain around your arthritic conditions. And knowing one, knowing many different solutions and having support around your arthritis is really something to look forward to. And it's really, you feel better about your condition and it'll give you a better outlook on life. So the Arthritic Foundation is definitely one of the nonprofit organizations out there. It's commonly very important support for those with arthritis. And there are over 100 different types of conditions, like I had mentioned, just one. But there are many, even juvenile arthritis, that has worked very hard to meet the needs of the concerns of people suffering with arthritis. If this is a video that you're really interested in, then hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified every time I have a new video coming out. So let's go into a little more about it. Their website, the Arthritis Foundation, will really help with suffering, those with family members as well that are suffering with arthritis, and friends too, friends that can help support those that are going through. And you can also donate to the foundation. It's always great if you are part of a community and you really want to help those close to you and other people that help with arthritis research. And you can also join an online organization as well. There are lots of them that can actually help with different membership services. So let's get into some of the important symptoms that uh, are related to arthritis. And sometimes you may not have had a diagnosis yet about your arthritis. And if not, then this is a really good way to just signal to yourself, well, maybe these are symptoms that I need to really focus on and really bring it to the forefront to my health practitioner and maybe get a little bit of help in that direction and a diagnosis. It's always important to have a diagnosis around anything that has been going on for more than 3 months and has been going on for a sort of a chronic situation. And you want to get to the bottom of it and the root of cause of it. So if you are looking for more natural therapies, then you can also go to a naturopath or home, someone who can later, after you get your diagnosis, can help you overcome a lot of your root causes. Okay, so some of the symptoms that arthritis is related to is not only the pain in the joints. There are even hundreds of different types of arthritis. So when you're dealing with that, there are also different types of symptoms that are included, not, as I said, not only in the joints. And it's definitely not an injury. It's not a sports injury as well. It just comes about sometimes. It happens suddenly, and you're probably engaging in a very strenuous, not even sometimes, activity, and you get that pain. And you may have the pain, and it starts to intensify later on in the day. And sometimes certain uh, symptoms, you get more of the pain when you get up in the mornings. That's more of rheumatoid or rheumatism that really occurs when you wake up in the morning and your joints start to hurt. So there are different types of symptoms. They're also very stiffness. You may experience that as well around your joints, even while at rest. So these are questions you want to answer for yourself around your symptoms, and really get your doctor on board so they can help you with the diagnosis. And if you're looking for more of painkillers and rubbing creams and ointments and things like that, then you can go that direction. There are tons of other ways that you can really alleviate your symptoms in a more natural way as well. So you have to ask yourself, where does it hurt? Where are you getting these pains? Arthritis is a disease of the joints, as we know, and arthritis symptoms will often be like the affected joints, the joints in that area. There are about two, maybe even more bones associated with it. And your symptoms can actually be related to your wrist, your fingers, your knees, your elbows, your hips. And this is sometimes related to rheumatoid arthritis, and it sometimes affects the skin. So that's psoriatic arthritis, and it often affects the organs as well. So really, it's related to inflammation. Next to pain, most common arthritis pain is often related to inflammation, of course, because inflammation is due to some type of heat, pain, redness, swelling, okay? And that's basically all your white blood cells rushing to that area to really help you, to assist you in that area. And suffering from arthritis symptoms, the process itself is really actually the body's response to injury. So usually the inflammation occurs when the body's immune system, like I mentioned, gets, starts working for it, and that's a good response. And these white blood cells then go to that area of debris, foreign material, in which it is going to start to do that phagocytosis, clean it up and clean up that area, clean up the inflammation around it, and get you back into tip-top shape. But again, sometimes these white blood cells don't work, or they have to work overtime, and then the inflammation is just an insidious circle that causes even more problems for you and more inflammation. So some of the particular symptoms also include conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, I had mentioned. Gout is another, psoriatic arthritis, tendinitis, bursitis, and polymyalgia rheumatism. Okay, so these joints sometimes can get deformed and lose that range of motion if you're not constantly working at it. Sometimes, if you notice, people with any types of arthritis that don't want to move that joint tend to get a little deformed, and one joint looks a little different than the other. Because the range of motion isn't being used often, right? And the muscles aren't being used often, and that connective tissue starts to break down. So, um, bone growth is also affected as well. So it if not looked after, and you continue going down a particular road that isn't working for you, then I really urge you to look into different alternative approaches that might really benefit your needs, okay? And good diet is really beneficial for arthritic relief. During long stage or long standing way, for example, gout, a common type of arthritis where that buildup of uric acid is in the tissues, especially in the joints, causes these little, thin kind of ice, like icicles, basically. And they, really get into the tissue and causes a lot of pain. That's basically what uric acid, or those crystals that are built up in the tissues, that really cause the inflammation and a lot of pain for arthritic patients. And it can actually be it can come on really suddenly. And so your diet, you need to be able to, your kidneys need to be able to detox very well. And if it doesn't, well, the uric acid tends to stay there, especially if you're eating wrong. You might be drinking a little too much beer. That's definitely something that you want to take a look at too. Alcohol is definitely one of the main reasons why a lot of people have problems with arthritic or gout. Uh, and it can be really a painful situation. So also your weight, and watching your weight is really something that can really help with your arthritic pain, because again, these are weight bearing joints, your ankles, your knees, your hips. And once you start, adding extra weight onto those, joints, well, it's going to be more painful. So you want to take that into consideration and lose the weight that is carrying you. It's just carrying more load onto the arthritic joints itself. So it causes more stress, um, and then more overuse. The more overuse, it leads to wear and tear on these ligaments, and causes even more pain. So you want to take a look at your weight as well. And when, basically what to eat. And you want to consume anything that is going to really help reduce a lot of the inflammation. So if you're looking for more natural approaches, look for turmeric, ginger, garlic. These are, and you can use it not interchangeably at all. You can actually use it combination every day. Vitamin B6, vitamin B5, vitamin C, vitamin E, very low, high in antioxidants. Okay, it can reduce a lot of the stress added on to not only your body but the tissues as well. And vitamin K, which also improves bone health. So, balancing that food, having a good balance of minerals as well, and vitamins, and herbal applications is really excellent. You want to take a look at boron, calcium, copper, magnesium, and geranium and sulfur. Sulfur is very, very important in this process as well, and magnesium, okay? And just know that you're not in this alone, and there are lots of support groups for that I had mentioned, and there are lots of them on Facebook as well. My group, uh, uh, the Holistic Sisterhood, is definitely for women with autoimmune chronic conditions. So I have a link below to get started with that um, Facebook group. It is really a place for women with autoimmune conditions, especially rheumatoid arthritis, and things like gout as well. So there are possibilities out there. There's also herbal medicines, there's homeopathic remedies, there's just so much, but this is really a video for coping with arthritis. And I also have a masterclass, a 5-day challenge coming up, and I have some links below so you can get ready and registered for this upcoming. I have a masterclass in March 10th, and I also have a 5-day holistic challenge. It's going to be wonderful with lots of support and help you with your chronic conditions, all right? And that's occurring March 30th. So take a look at the links below and get signed up. And I can't wait to see you on the other side. So thanks. I hope this really helped you, this video. And don't forget to go down that road of holistic medicine. Don't be afraid and take that unique path that you are destined to take, especially if other approaches aren't working for you. So thanks so much for listening, and I will talk to you next time in the next video. Bye now.